What's up, everybody? My name is Scott Paddock, and today we are going to talk about what causes a spitty sound on the saxophone and how to fix it. One of the questions I'm asked a lot is, what causes a spitty sound on my saxophone and how do I fix it? The good news is the fix is very easy, and even better news is most of the spitty sound is not spit. Now, of course, there's going to be some saliva and stuff that does get in your mouthpiece, but the majority of what you are hearing is condensation caused by you blowing hot air into your saxophone. So here's an example of what happens inside your mouthpiece. So do you see when I'm blowing on this, you can see the condensation that forms on that piece of plexiglass. That's what's going on in your mouthpiece. When you're blowing hot air into your mouthpiece, you're getting condensation in there. And when you're playing the saxophone, you're constantly putting hot air into your saxophone, so you're constantly creating condensation, and that builds up. So that's what's going on. Now, of course, there is going to be some spit that gets in there just because you're dealing with your mouth and you're blowing air in there. But for the most part, that spitty sound is condensation. We are not trumpet players or trombone players, so we don't have spit valves. So even though it's not spit, we're going to refer to it as spit just because it's easier than saying condensation. But, so what do you do when you get the spitty sound? You suck it back in. That is your spit valve. So that is why you need to keep your saxophone mouthpiece and your neck very clean, because you don't want to suck in the nasty condensation, spit, leftover stuff in your mouthpiece. So when should you suck the spit out of your mouthpiece? Obviously, if you hear a spitty sound, you want to do it as soon as possible because you don't want that spitty sound. But as a general rule, whenever you get done playing a long phrase, like a long part in a song or something, you're going to suck the spit out. Even if you don't hear it, it just becomes a normal part of your playing because you know if you don't, it's going to build up. Again, when I say spit, I'm talking mostly condensation, but it's easier to say spit. So that should be a regular part of your playing. When you get done playing a song, suck the spit out. When you get done playing a long phrase or a section, or like say you're jamming out, you're taking a solo at the end of the solo, you're constantly going to be sucking the spit out of your saxophone. And again, I know it's a gross, terrible, nasty sounding thing, but it's part of playing the saxophone. And that is where the spitty sound comes from. It comes from condensation. There will be spit in there, especially if you're a beginner and you're overblowing, you're just putting a whole bunch of air in there. There's a good chance you're going to get a really spitty sound, especially in the beginning from overblowing. But again, for the most part, that sound is condensation being built up in your saxophone from hot air hitting your cold saxophone. Thanks for taking the time to check out this video. If you now understand where the spitty sound comes from and how to fix it, I would really appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and share it with your friends. Thanks a lot.